Good afternoon, sports fans. Battler X here, Season 7, Week 3, GBA Locker Room Team Builder. I bet you're asking yourself, X, why in tarnation are you showing your microphone in the video that is poor video form? And I'm saying, well, even if I lose in the GBA, I got a better microphone than you. Therefore, I am still better than you. I do not want you to ever question your place on the totem pole. Unless you're a fan of mine, then I'm really sorry. But for those of you who are not, go fuck yourself! We have Emvee of the San Diego Chimchargers this week, and this is the absolute flames that I will be bringing. He has what is known as a rain team, and you know, I'm gonna bring some fire. We're gonna fight fire with rain with fire. We're gonna light Adele and fire. We're gonna have fire light. Fire, we're get fire, there's gonna be water, and we're gonna set fire. Bring it some heat! Circuitry, air balloon, lowest speed possible, max HP, max special attack, thunderbolt, hidden power, ground, dazzling gleam, and volt switch. This is 2. I have a half trick room, half not trick room team this week. What I tried last week didn't work, and I figured there's no fucking possible way that Emvee is gonna be able to plan for the psychotic sets that I plan on bringing this week. Air balloon for that Landorus that he's got, and perhaps hidden power ground coming from a mon like a Magnezone. I just want to be able to be ready for those. And Thunderbolt for stab, dazzling gleam for the Dragonite and the Kingdra. Well, not the Kingdra, but the Dragonite mostly, because I don't have hidden power ice. And volt switch for initiative. Mimikyu coming up next. Trick Room, Destiny Bond, Blade of Shadow Claw with a Rocky helmet. Why is that, X? So I'm about to fucking tell you. If you ever shut the fuck up, let me talk. You see, Rocky helmet is so hopefully I can get the Dragonite to break that disguise, and then it'll automatically break its multi-scale, allowing for a player to come through, especially if I can get a Trick Room up. Now, Shadow Claw for stab against those pesky steel types. And I got Destiny Bond in case I want to get up a Trick Room and then go right for a Destiny Bond. That way I can take out a threat. Something like an Alola Muck, perhaps. Something like a Virizion, perhaps. Something like a Dragonite, perhaps. Or maybe even a Magnezone. Hopefully I can go Trick Room, Destiny Bond. That's why he also has minimum slowness. Ooh, buddy. Minimum slowness. Just gotta get that minimum slowness in there. So, that's why we do the live ets. That way we're sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that the teams that we are bringing are exactly what I want them to be. He's got minimum slowness to perhaps get, so I got negative priority with Trick Room, and then we Destiny Bond and hopefully take something out and maybe even get rid of a multi-scale in the process. Next up, Lycanroc with 309 at level 50. This will be the outspeed a max speed Landorus Therian by just 1 point. Brick Break, Accel Rock, Stealth Rock, and Stone Edge with a Focus Sash, so I can get rocks up early if I don't think he is going to be leading himself with rocks. So if he leads with something like an Empoleon, I'm obviously not going to put rocks up. If he leads something like a Landorus, I will probably going for rocks, trying to trade rocks, or if he just goes for an Earthquake. However, Focus Sash Lycanroc is a set that's been used previously in a lot of standard Lycanrocs. So I don't want to be too obvious with it, but I still think sometimes you got to go right for home and just fucking just put it out there, just slap your schlong on the table, put it on the plate, and go, this is what I got, and this is what I'm doing, and you can't stop it. I mean, you could stop it from be using it, but you can't. Right now you're looking at it, and there's other things you can do to not look at my schlong. You can look away, but ingrained in your brain is just extra schlong, and there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. You'll be thinking about that all fucking day. You're welcome. Accel Rock to deal a significant amount of damage to a Dragonite that's broken multi-scale to get some priority up there. Brick Break for things like Magnezone and Empoleon, and of course Stone Edge for stab. This is a pretty straightforward set. If I can get rocks up and do some significant damage, we be groovy. Next, Cresselia, Trick Room, Toxic, Protect, Moonblast. This loses to pretty much Alolan Muck, but I couldn't even run Sasha. I could have hit him about a ground, but I want to have 2 Trick Room users because I have 2 Trick Room mons. Toxic to just try to get some damage around those things like Kingdra and Dragonite, and not Alakazam, because it's probably going to be the Magic Guard, the one that makes him take damage only from attacks. Protective, try and stall, and of course, just to get some stally stuff there to try to control the tempo with Cresselia. Gonna be my really only wall this week. I don't really fear too much of Emvee's offense. I feel like if I can control this game offensively, then that is going to benefit me greatly, and I think Cresselia is going to allow me to do that. The only thing that he can't really switch into is Alolan Muck, but I'm going to have it, I have obviously Hariyama there in the end. So, but Let's go to Starmie. 2-0. This is to outspeed base 108s now. Hydro Pump Recover, Psy Shock, Thunderbolt. I thought about going for Reflect type to make it resist all of Muck's attacks, but this is a general set. Thunderbolt to wreak havoc on his water types. Psy Shock to deal significant damage to Virizion. And Hydro Pump for stab. And there's a lot of damage to even if you in the range to low and Muck, even if he's got Assault Vest, there's a lot of damage. And of course Recover to get back some of my HP to get longevity. I don't really see Starmie staying around very long. I think he's gonna fire up a couple attacks and die, but hopefully before he goes down, he can punch holes through Emvee's teams, just like every team ever does to the Chargers. Finally, the piece de resistance. Hariyama Flame Orb with guts. Guts. Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Close Combat, and Knockoff. Ice Punch, gonna terrorize things like Virizion and Dragonite. Thunder Punch, gonna terrorize Omastar, gonna terrorize all of his water types that he has. Pelipper. Close Combat for ridiculous stab, and of course Knockoff to deal with things like Meloetta, and to get rid of items on monsters. Perhaps he also do significant damage to Alakazam. Perhaps he's got Life Orb on something I don't want. Perhaps he's got a choice item that I don't want. In Trick Room, Flame Orb Guts Hariyama does heavy damage to all of his mons. And the goal this week is to wear down his mons and then with maybe get Cresselia to get his first Trick Room up, and then let Xurkitree run around, and then later in the game get Mimikyu to get up the second Trick Room, and then Hariyama comes in and just fucking runs a train. Like Denzel Washington and Unstoppable. Just runs a train. Denzel Washington in flight. He flies a plane. Denzel Washington in John Q, where he kills doctors to save his son. Stuff like that. That is what I'm going. I'm going for full Denzel this week. Let me know what you guys think. This is a big week for us. We got one of the better players in the league this week. We had a great player last week. We had a great player week 1. Let's see if we can go 2-1 this week, and let's kick some fucking ass. Yeah. Whew. That was high energy right there. That's some good shit. I'm a fan of that one. Definitely. Yeah.